I feel like it's time for us healthcare workers to start wearing body cams at work. Because I can guarantee you, if you check that camera footage, you're going to see all types of shit that you didn't think that you would ever see. And you're going to see all types of people lying about actually doing their jobs. The same way cops are required to wear body cams, I think us being healthcare workers should have to wear body cams while we're at work. And I can be honest with you, I don't think it's an invasion of privacy. I actually think that it protects both the patients and the healthcare workers. Because there have been 2 times in my career where video footage had to be pulled because I had 2 incidents at 2 separate hospitals with aggressive, almost violent nurses where they painted me out to be the aggressor and the bad guy. And in both of those instances, the video footage where there was no audio showed the female nurse to be the aggressor. And this is the kicker. Even though both of those females eventually got fired, they didn't get fired for threatening me and getting in my personal space and being unprofessional and aggressive and threatening. They only got fired because they were rude to management. But back to why I think we need to be wearing body cams is number 1. The way that some of these healthcare workers lie and contort the reality of the situation is diabolical. Just last night, I had a nursing manager call my manager to report me saying that I was creating a scene. Explain to me how I'm creating a scene. I walk into the now this wasn't even my patient's room, but my coworker asked me to go see one of his patients because he was busy. I walk into the room, it's a trach patient. She has her passy mirror on with her family members at bedside. As I'm walking into the room, she tells me directly, because she had her passy mirror vial on, they're not suctioning me. They haven't come to suction me. Now, mind you, the nurse called the other RT saying that the patient was in distress. The patient was not in any type of distress when I went to her. She hadn't been suctioning the lady. How do I know this? Because when I went to suction her, the equipment wasn't set up. So, didn't make a big scene. The family already knew that she had not been suctioning. So I'm just having a conversation, just a regular standard conversation with the family and the patient. I walk outside, go talk to the charge nurse. Hey, who's the charge? She identifies herself. The nurse said that the patient was in distress. The patient's not in distress. The patient is requiring suctioning. There's no suction set up in the room. What do you mean? She automatically got defensive. What do you mean? The nurse has been suctioning the patient. I don't know how. There's no equipment in the room. What do you mean? How about you come into the room and I can show you? She begrudgingly comes into the room and I point to where the suction is not set up. But I'm creating a scene. This is what she tells my manager. And my manager pulls me into his office. You shouldn't have said that in front of the patient. What do you mean? The patient told me that she wasn't being suctioned. I didn't even have to ask her. Another reason why I'm going to advocate for us wearing body footage is because the neglect that happens at some of these hospitals, it's astounding. It's astounding. 2 things can be true at the same time. I know some amazing, amazing nurses, but I know some that ain't shit. I know for a fact that some of these nurses don't go in the room until they have to, and they will leave these patients sitting unmoved, unchanged, on soiled, soaked chucks, beds, unmoved, not repositioned for hours on end. Just tonight, I walked into one of my trach patients' room, and he is hanging halfway off the bed. The patient right next door to him, his BiPAP is just going crazy, and a nurse in sight. They all the way down, several doors down, at the charge nurse station. If we wore body cams, y'all would see a lot of hospitals will get shut down, and a lot of healthcare workers will be jobless because they're not doing their jobs and they're lying on people, including other healthcare workers, and they're also lying on the work that they're doing.
All right. Ooh, interesting video, but I'm glad it was said. Now, thank you for this nurse who brings attention to there are a lot of great nurses and doctors, but there's also a lot of shitty ones that are out there too. And one of the reasons he's talking about bringing these body camera footage, because a lot of time it's someone's word against someone's word, and it's hard to get proof that it's ever on your side. And if you think it's hard for him as a nurse to get people to listen to him, then what do you think it's like being a patient and us telling you that nurses and doctors are doing things, and then people don't believe us? Now, you guys already know that I advocate in the sickle cell community, and within that community, patients have been saying for a long time that we're being treated poorly in hospitals. I was a patient at Interfaith Hospital, Kings County Hospital, Montefiore Hospital, Brookdale Hospital, and all these hospitals. I was treated like shit as a patient. Doctors didn't care what you had to say. They completely made HIPAA feel irrelevant. One of the main things about HIPAA, which is a federal law, is that doctors are there to give you data, but it's your job to consent to what you want to have done to your body. But in every hospital that I named, I may have told them I wanted Dilaudid too, because that's what I normally used to get, and instead they would give me Tylenol or morphine or something else. That's an invasion of their privacy to your body. Or there'd be times where you would ask them to change you, they wouldn't on certain things. And patients brought a lot of attention to this, but we never got remedy. For a very long time, no one ever listened to us, no one would help us, and we're still going through that. When we reach out to lawyers and stuff now, lawyers don't help us, and everyone's telling us that we have no remedy, we can't ask for help, we can't go to government, we're not gonna get any retribution. And patients have been fighting for it. And one of the ways I was able to get changes to happen, I had an incident in Kings County Hospital, I believe it was, and that's right across from downstate, and I recorded the entire thing. I recorded what the nurse was doing, what the doctor was doing, and I put it out there because I knew if it was their word against my word, that nothing would happen. But I put it out there, and the video went viral when it showed everything that was taking place. And based on that video being placed out there, the hospital was forced to make changes. And I'm saying this to say is that I don't think like doctors and nurses need to have body cameras on, because there's a lot of privacy involved in that, right? But what I'm saying is that we the people need to remember that you have the First Amendment protected right to record everything that happens around you, everything that you interact and say with the doctor. And I know there's a lot of lawyers, doctors, nurses, community board organizations that'll tell you don't record, just keep that away. Please do not listen to that. Many of these people have never studied the Constitution. I'm telling you guys directly, I got remedy from recording, and you guys can too. And just like people have lied and told you that you can't record to protect yourself, they've also made you to believe that, also with the First Amendment, that you can't petition the government for redress of grievances. I guarantee you, yes, you can. Anytime a doctor violates your rights, they don't give you the right medication, they don't take care of you, they don't let you see your family, they don't let you get a proper diet, they treat you inhumanely, it is a crime and you can petition. And the best thing for you to do is to, as soon as it happens, type up exactly what happened and put that petition in. But what makes that so much stronger, which is what I'm telling you guys to please do this, start recording everything. If you can't do a video recording, do an audio recording. Say the doctor's name in the video. Speak clearly. Let them know that you are directly telling, I want this medication X, Y, and Z. I do not approve that. I don't want you to put that on me. I don't want you to utilize that. You have to let them know what you want and stand there and make sure it's in the recording. After that, if they do anything else, when they come back inside the room, don't tell them you recorded it yet. Keep on recording, be like, hey doc, didn't I say I wanted X, Y, Z? So why did you give me X, Y, and Z? And they're gonna say some dumb shit because they always do. And right there, bomb. You got them trapped. They can't get away from that. That's a lawsuit right there, civil rights violations. And civil rights violations, I believe, start at $300,000. So instead of you listening to people telling you that you can't get remedy, please listen to me when I'm telling you you can get remedy. Just believe in it and fight for it and study your Constitution. It makes a whole lot of a difference.